Bitcoin is creating a bull flag pattern and it is about to be breaking out, and on today's update video I'm exactly going to talk about my price targets. I will be also going over the major news that GameStop is raising over $4 billion to buy more Bitcoin. So on today's update video, all this will be getting discussed here, and of course I'm going to talk about my breakout targets, the most important Bitcoin charts and patterns, and really this is showing us some very interesting signals where Bitcoin is about to be moving next towards. So a lot to discuss on today's update video, so don't forget to once again watch this video till the end, because I will go over my trades, my new setups I'm currently looking at, the spot Bitcoin ETF and its still consecutive inflow streak here. So a lot to discuss here, so don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So to kick off the video, Bitcoin of course is still trading above that CME gap, but it looks to be that we're not really going to be filling up this weekend CME gap. And like I stated in many videos before as well, we still have got some CME gaps trading around us, and it's really like 95% of the times that they get filled up here, so it's never a 100% certainty. Then of course, if I'm right now looking at Bitcoin, we yesterday moved towards the downside, but this morning we bounced back due to, relatively speaking, some positive news we had in the market. I'm gonna go over that in a second, but basically Bitcoin right now is creating a bull flag pattern. We're basically consolidating in this slight little trend towards the upside, and you call this a bull flag pattern. I mean, we are clearly currently creating a higher low structure together with a higher low structure on the lower side. So Bitcoin is slightly creeping up towards the upside, while it is of course consistently setting higher highs and higher lows here. So really, whenever Bitcoin is going to be breaking above the downward sloping trend line here on the top side, we're going to see the confirmation of the breakout of the bull flag pattern. And if we're going to be looking at the price target from off that point, it is going to be quite a significant one, because if I'm going to be measuring the price target, it will be sitting around $91,000. But considering the fact that we have an upward sloping resist line, it could potentially also mean Bitcoin is going to stop out around $90,000. But like I said in many videos before as well here, the most important level of resistance for Bitcoin, in my opinion, is going to be $92,000 to $93,000, because that level is exactly the previous low of this major consolidation phase, and is most likely going to be providing a lot of resistance if we're going to be retesting it. So that is exactly what I'm looking at in terms of technical analysis. But before I dive even deeper in towards the technicals, I quickly want to be discussing some very big news stories we got here, and that was also mainly the reason why we did saw this slight little pushback towards the upside. First of all, President Trump fully endorsed Senator Loomis for her Bitcoin ideas, and that is of course ultimately a very great thing which we are seeing. Once again, the president of the United States is bullish on Bitcoin, and that is just a very great thing here. And then also the Senate completed a bill to scrap the IRS DeFi broker rule, and basically now everything goes straight to Trump's desk here, and that will make it easier to of course create potentially also such kind of a strategic Bitcoin reserve here. Then also we got even bigger news coming towards GameStop, because GameStop of course, we've already discussed it on yesterday's video, but they are planning to, of course, buy Bitcoin with their money they currently have available. They have about $4.7 billion in cash right now here, and they have stated that they have no purchase limit and that they will be accumulating Bitcoin using cash, debt, or equity. And then yesterday also it came out that they're going to be raising $1.3 billion to buy even more Bitcoin. So far they have not bought anything publicly saying, but of course the chance is very big that they're going to be accumulating about $6 billion worth of Bitcoin, and that is quite big here for the people that don't understand. In all the time that we had the Bitcoin spot ETF around us, we accumulated around $36 billion, and if they're going to be accumulating somewhat around $6 billion, it's going to be obviously a very big push for the entire Bitcoin price here. So big news hitting the market straight away after, of course, GameStop has surged significantly in value, because ultimately it is going to be very great for the entire market. And yesterday as well, Senator Loomis had a conversation with Michael Saylor, probably discussing maybe ways on how the United States of America can accumulate Bitcoin, because they want to be accumulating 1 million Bitcoins, of course. So that is going to be quite exciting. It's going to be quite big here. And of course, I think that most people are sleeping on the news here, but there's a lot of developments happening that the United States of America is just going to be accumulating a lot of Bitcoin. And you have to understand, GameStop is the next one to do it. But if the United States of America is going to be doing it, we are obviously going to be seeing more and more companies, maybe like Apple, because they see that the United States of America is doing it as well. So yeah, this is honestly going to be a snowball effect here, which is going to get only bigger and bigger and bigger. And with right now the US money supply massively increasing from off this point here, it means likely that we're going to be seeing a big expansion phase anytime soon here. So super excited about Bitcoin. And quickly zooming out a little bit more here, we have been already broken above the 12-hour downward sloping trend line. I do still want to be pointing out here, like I said in many videos before as well here, and like I said earlier in the video, we need to be breaking above 92,000 US dollars in order to flip bullish. But Bitcoin is just fundamentally speaking growing very quickly. And honestly, what I am personally doing is of course betting on Bitcoin for the longer term here. And if we're going to be even having another dip towards the downside, all I will be doing is accumulate more and more and more, because I get the opportunity to accumulate at a lower valuation. And yeah, I have been doing this with grid trading strategies. Basically, my strategies, they will be accumulating Bitcoin along the way down and distribute it whenever it goes along the way up here. And guys, you can currently exactly copy my exact trading strategy. If you right now go to the highest link description of today's video, you can sign up an account to Pionex, set up your own trading bots. But if you don't feel like setting up your own bots, or you don't know exactly how you can set up the right parameters, you can just copy my exact Bitcoin or Ethereum trading strategy in the link description of today's video. So press there if you are interested in that, of course. But going deeper, yesterday also BlackRock bought over $100 million worth of Bitcoin, which is of course ultimately very great here. And in general, we saw over $89 million worth of inflows. And it's right now the 9th consecutive day of inflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF here. So clearly we are seeing a significant trend shift on the spot Bitcoin ETF here, because before we had a major capitulation from approximately the beginning or midpoint of February till the midpoint of March. We have seen just so much selling going on here, but now finally this trend has been shifted around here. So very interesting, which we're currently seeing here. Then quickly going to be talking about some more alpha charts here. I mean, really, if we're looking at the entire crypto market, it looks like a very interesting range we're currently sitting on. We're retesting this major downward sloping resistance line as support right now here. We're seeing the golden cross right now happening on the global liquidity index. And yes, if I'm going to be looking at the Bitcoin dominance, we are right now seeing a very interesting range here, because if you're looking at the Bitcoin dominance, yeah, it could make a lot of sense that we're still going to get an altcoin season. Obviously, it has not happened yet here, but of course, it never happens until it really happens, right? So most people don't anticipate it, but yeah, we are sitting at a very interesting range where altcoins are still in a very nice window to be accumulating in here. And honestly, the pattern which we're currently creating on Bitcoin, we have seen it many times before here. We see the lead-in phase, we see the dump, and then we get the run phase here. So honestly, this is a textbook consolidation phase which I'm currently looking at. And whenever we do break the downward sloping trend line on the daily time frame is whenever we're going to be running big here. And of course, Ethereum hasn't been the strongest performer, but every single time, guys, if I do my research, if I look on chain, I see another will accumulate massive amounts of Ethereum. I mean, yesterday we saw 4 will addresses buying over 15,000 Ethereum, which is absolutely insane here. And just look at the interest on the Google Trends here, guys. You want to sell whenever the interest is at peaks, but now it is clearly at lows here. Well, we're seeing a lot of indicators like stablecoin supply in Ethereum massively grow here. So adoption is growing while price isn't reflecting it. So that is going to be following anytime soon here. So personally, I am taking some very big bets on Ethereum right now here, with some massive trades. I am accumulating in this region right here. I've been accumulating since 2200, and I've been accumulating all the way down here. So I'm accumulating in this entire range right here. I think it's a very fair valuation, and ultimately I do think Ethereum could be bouncing back towards the highs. Now maybe people are laughing, but then of course I will be laughing the latest. So this is my exact trading strategy, guys. If you did enjoy it, learn something from this video, slap on that like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys back again tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.